Oh man, so this really is make or break for Bitcoin and therefore all our altcoins. But today, Bitcoin has shown a green day today, interestingly, bouncing off from some of its lows, and FANTOM is up 9% as well. Is this a sign of more to come, more green days to come, or is it just a relief rally, a dead cat bounce before further risk to the downside? Let's take a look at the charts, and first we'll start off with the Bitcoin chart. And you guys will remember, I made a video a while back saying that if this weekly candle closes, below the EMA ribbon, we flip bearish. And you can see here, we did in fact close this weekly candle bearish here on the Coinbase TradingView chart. And we are now opening up our new candle, 5 days and 9 hours left of our new candle. You can see it's ticking red and green as we're recording here. And the critical thing now is we have officially flipped bearish. But if we go look at the past for some reference, you can see there was this particular week here back in the middle of July 2021 where we closed our candle below our EMA ribbon. But then the following happened. We had a really strong green weekly candle, which is something called a bullish engulfing candle, okay? So when this candle is eclipses the size of this candle in the opposite direction, so in this case we're going down and we eclipsed it to the other side, this is what you call a really powerful bullish engulfing candle, and it normally sets you up for a massive rally to the upside. And that's what we saw here in the weeks preceding, all the way back up here to our local highs of 52 before eventually then, still after slight retracement, heading up to our highs of 69, right? So is that something we could have? That's the only thing we can see now which is going to save us from here. Can we get a bullish engulfing candle here, a really strong week buying the dip, and to avoid us from breaking down any further? Because we can see here we're now coming into contact with our massive wedge pattern. It's really critical that Bitcoin now manages to bounce. Now, interestingly, we know, we can discuss the fundamentals for a while here on Bitcoin in terms of the risk-off mindset we're seeing in the stock market. There's a whole bunch of fears of inflation going on, and naturally that erodes the future cash flows for tech stocks, right? So your Teslas, your Googles, your Facebooks, and all the other, your Lemonades and your other companies there in the stock market. Now, naturally, when you have that kind of a mindset, the reason Bitcoin goes down is because Bitcoin is considered a risk-on asset, okay? It's not seen as a hedge, as we may think amongst the institutions, as a hedge against inflation. Retail investors may see it as that way, but institutions see it as a risk-on investment. So when risk is off and they flock to safer assets such as bonds, then we can see a fall in tech stocks, your Teslas, your Googles, etc., which we're seeing in the stock market. The Nasdaq is very volatile at the moment and showing red days. Then you see that happening in Bitcoin as well. Now, we have a huge catalyst tomorrow, okay? I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be flying back from Dubai and hopefully back to my normal setup so I can give you more consistent, more in-depth updates, because I know you guys want that on FANTOM. We're going to look at the FANTOM chart very shortly, but we have to speak about this on Bitcoin. Tomorrow, January the 12th, we will get the December CPI reading for the United States, and that is going to have a huge trigger, not just for the stock market, but here for Bitcoin. And the worrying thing now is it comes at a critical moment, because I've just explained to you, we're on this very important week here. We're hovering here. We need this bounce from this level. We're just above the 40,000 psychological level. If we do not get some positive news soon, and worse, if we get some negative news in the signs of a high inflation reading, we could easily break down from this pattern. We could head lower down to our next support line, sitting at 38.5, and even worse, guys, 35.5 on our next support lines here. So just to make you guys aware of that, I know a lot of people don't like that, right? When I posted the video yesterday, this is scary. The number of people who posted, you need to stop with these titles. Guys, are you crazy? Like, are you crazy? This is what is scary. If that's not scary to you, that Bitcoin is hovering at 40,000 and just closed a weekly candle below its EMA ribbon, then you have more conviction than I do, guys. And that's impressive, because I have a lot of conviction in my plays. But this is scary. And we have seen it at 28 before, but we've not seen this retracement here from the top to the bottom before. And whilst I continue to remain bullish over the long-term macro view of crypto and altcoin portfolio, we've got to be realists as investors. We've got to position ourselves to make smart moves. And right now, this fall from 69,000 all the way down to where we are, if we fall below 40, is a dramatic fall. We have to face the music on that and understand what we're doing. Right, so with that said, guys, I'm going to go ahead over straight into the FANTOM chart, so make sure you tune in to the very end. I'm going to share with you a few things I've seen here on the FANTOM chart, which I think you need to be aware of whilst I'm traveling in the sky. Like, you can let's carry on here from the weekly chart. And you can see here on the weekly chart, things are still looking pretty impressive here on FANTOM. You can see we could even have a couple of, horrible weeks, even heading down to, guys, and I know it sounds crazy, 194. I've said that numerous times. If FANTOM headed down to 194, we're still good. Technically, if we even headed down to 166, you're still creating a higher low, because if you look, This is your low here. You can still create a higher low, and you're still in a very good trend to the upside here on FANTOM. So we've got plenty of room here to work on FANTOM because FANTOM has had such good moves. You can see how much of a run this was to the upside. It retraced down to its EMA ribbon, didn't head to the lower parts of its EMA ribbon. Okay, even on this retracement here, it could have technically went down to 96. It didn't need to, which showed how much strength it's in. We then had a massive move all the way back up here to 241, and we've kind of pretty much sideways in terms of our weekly candles from there. Now let's zoom in a little bit. Let's look at our daily candles, and on our daily candles you can see here we're now getting a good test of our daily ribbon. You remember when we spoke yesterday that I said it was critical that we get a good bounce off this ribbon, and you can see there's a really strong green candle here showing us a bounce around the important 237 mark, and we're now sitting at 240 here on FANTOM, which is a good sign. You can see here we whipped all the way below down here to our $2.08 and the bulls held up nice and strong here, which is very impressive to keep us above the $2.08 mark, okay, which means we kept our daily EMA ribbon intact. We didn't get a close below our daily EMA ribbon, and we continue to remain bullish on the daily. Now naturally, like I said, this could just be, if Bitcoin continues to trade to the downside, this just could be a slight relief rally before heading to the downside, right? Because if Bitcoin has a massive flush to the downside below 40,000, 38, 35, trust me guys, from my experience, there's going to be a lot of fear in the market. We already saw fear and greed index at 10 at one point and 19 the other day. It's sitting, I think, at about 21 right now. Let's see if we can quickly check that. Yep, we're sitting at 21 right now. We had 23 yesterday. So we're kind of stabilized, but it's still extreme fear. When you have extreme fear, people don't trade rationally right now, okay? So you can see here today we've had a short rally. Bitcoin was up 3%, and we're seeing, again, all our strong altcoins, the strong altcoins rally to the upsiding. And remember, guys, this is the clue that I've been talking about. I was talking about it in Q4 last year, and we could see that pattern continuing to emerge. When Bitcoin has a green day, which coins are we seeing move fast? FANTOM is up 8 to 9% today. That shows it's in favor right now. And what I'm seeing, and I've continued to mention this to you guys, is the attention is in layer 1 solutions, good solid layer 1 solutions, interoperability plays, okay, and your layer 2 solutions such as Matic, Loopring, etc. So those are the plays that we're looking at right now. Those are the narratives we're looking at, and then you can head to your stable projects. And again, if you've not watched my altcoin video, make sure you go and click that video. Type in Ijazawan altcoin video. I'm sure altcoin portfolio. I'm sure it'll come up. Okay, I'll try to link it up to this video as well, because that will explain to you what those top plays are, from your chain links, your Matics, your dots. People flock to their high conviction plays in times of difficulties. They let go of their meme coins, they let go of their 100x, pump coins, and they start moving to coins which they know are going to hold the test of time. The ones that have seen Bitcoin down at 28,000, the ones that have seen Bitcoin down at 15 and 10, and the rest of it. They flock to those projects, okay, guys? And then the fast moving layer 1 solutions, because that narrative is hot, and we've been speaking about that for a while. So very important there to focus on that message, guys. And now, not financial advice, but these are the moments where we want to be active in the market, guys. When we're seeing these retracements, when the fear is in the market, that is when we need to come up with our game plan, our script, our plan to say, oh, we were waiting for this. We were waiting for Bitcoin to get to 38, 35. We set our stop limit orders, and we piled into the market with our smart strategies based on how we want to do it and based on how we want to allocate our portfolio. We're not the ones that when it gets to 69,000, we go, oh, I wish we had some more, and you start FOMOing in when everybody else does. No. This is the one. This is now when the views are less on YouTube, when people aren't watching videos like this right now because FANTOM is retracing and it's not at all-time highs. These are the serious times when you can then really start to build your positions when others aren't at cheap discount prices, right? Because trust me, when Bitcoin was down at 28, so many people thought it would never see 50,000, let alone 60,000, let alone 69,000. And the same is for now. People, when it gets to 35, if it gets to 38, 35, 38, if we get a bad inflation reading tomorrow, then we're going to see those same people not be the ones to come into the market, right? They're the ones who are going to be panicking. Those are the ones that will not buy in. They're going to wait till we see higher prices again. And that's where we want to take advantage of these opportunities. So as you can see here on the daily, looking super good on FANTOM. But, at the back of my mind, when I'm looking at these technicals, we just have to wait for the inflation reading, and we have to wait to see how Bitcoin reacts, because the good news we have is that FANTOM is creating these green days when Bitcoin shows slight strength. So if we see good bouncing from Bitcoin, if we've created a floor at 40,000, we get a okay inflation reading tomorrow and the market's not spooked anymore, and Bitcoin can start its recovery back to 45 and back towards 50, we know FANTOM is going to move, and we know some of our other layer 1 solutions like Cosmos and various of the others we'll be looking at are going to do pretty well as well. If we flip on over to coin market cap, you can see the clues in here, guys. Ethereum, Bitcoin is up 3%, Ethereum moved 5%. Fine, but BNB moved up 10%. Okay, Solana moved 4%, Cardano moved 5%, Terra moved 4%, Polkadot moved 6%, Avalanche moved 5%, Polygon 13%. So you see what I mean, guys, in terms of layer 2 So then you've got crypto 2.6%, Near Protocol again with another big 13% to the upside, Algorand up 4%, Cosmos, which we spoke about, 7%. You can see, guys, the numbers don't lie. Phantom up 9%. These are the projects which are moving right now, and these are the ones we have to pay solid attention to. Elrond, another promising layer 1 solution, up 10 to 11% today. This should be obvious at this point, guys, and we've been covering it for a while, that when the market recovers, which it will, maybe we have to see some lower levels first, but it will recover, it's these hot projects that are going to do well. So take a time to consolidate your portfolio, let go of the junk that you're not too sure about, because if we do retrace down to 35, can you really see a 90% red in your portfolio on some of these high-risk coins? Will they ever recover? Because I know the coins in my portfolio, my high conviction plays, I believe they're all going to recover, right? Because they've seen bull and bear markets before, they've been there, done that, they've retraced down, I've seen them bounce back as well, at the multiple of the rate that Bitcoin has bounced back. So really important that we take the time to do that. Let's finally finish this off, guys, by looking at the 4-hourly chart. And you can see here on the 4-hourly, we still continue to be bearish because we're below our EMA ribbon. But one good thing is we've now had a second bounce here off the 200 moving average. And remember, I spoke yesterday about us kind of creating a little wedge between our EMA ribbon, which is kind of coming in this direction, and our teal 200 moving average, which is coming in this direction. So this could set us up for an explosive move to either side. Unfortunately, the last time we looked at when that happened, we saw that there was a big move to the downside when these crossed. So we just have to keep an eye on how that works moving forward. Okay, so go watch yesterday's video if you want to see where I shared that. Now, naturally, again, it's going to depend on Bitcoin, but from a technical perspective, what are our support lines? Well, our support lines really here are, we could, we've spoken about this before, is we've first got our 208 level, right? So the 208 level will come into play first. And then thereafter, if Bitcoin's really suffering, we're then looking at 194 and then 179. These are the key levels I'm looking at. And even down to, like I said, 165, we're okay. Because remember, if I switch back over to the weekly, because I love to put things into perspective here for you guys. If we flip over to here, and let's get zoomed in, even up to 165 there, you can see that barely penetrates our weekly EMA ribbon, right? We're just into our third line of our EMA ribbon, and that would be perfectly normal on a macro chart, even though it won't feel good now in the meantime, for us to do this before heading up to higher highs here on Phantom. So hopefully that gives you guys some perspective. I hope none of you are panic selling right now. I hope all you're doing is taking your time to consolidate your positions, to, if you have money, add to your position smartly. If you lack conviction, add conviction, and do not panic sell. Never sell from a position of weakness. If you're in a position which you feel uncomfortable with, try to build comfort through learning conviction, right? If you've just entered the position and you're slightly lost for wear and you don't know what to do, you can cut your losses, but do not keep adding if you don't have conviction, guys. One of the worst things I've seen is where people have entered an investment by mistake, either because their friend has told them or they've seen something, and then the price goes down and they keep adding, but at no point are they going to build conviction. Okay, so only add if and when you have solid conviction. Very, very important. As always, guys, hope you enjoyed this update on Phantom and the wider market. Really critical moment we're facing right now. CPI reading tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit the like button, subscribe if you appreciate this video. I'll be traveling, so as soon as I land, I will get you another video as soon as I can on the market. By then, we would have received our CPI reading, so let's see how the market reacts. I'll be back in my normal London setup from tomorrow, so hopefully we'll be able to get you more consistent and more in-depth videos, guys, because yes, I've been giving you the technical analysis, but here, whilst I've been away, I've not managed to really sit down and get you that quality, detailed research that we need to give to you on Phantom, on the wider market, and on some of our favorite cryptos. So make sure you're subscribed for that. It's going to get bigger and better here in 2022. If you haven't joined our Discord server, link will be in the pinned comment below. Make sure you head over there, meet like-minded people, share your favorite coins, vote on which coins you want to see on this channel, guys, because you get to have a say. I cover the coins which you guys vote for there in that Discord server. If you want to support this channel out a little bit more, consider becoming a member of this channel. You can hit the join button there below. That way you'll become a member, you'll get a badge next to your name, but also you'll get access to our community thread where you have access to me to ask me any of your questions related to crypto. We can look at your portfolio, we can look at some of your favorite coins, your particular position, and I can help you that without obviously giving you financial advice. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.